computer. All right. Where'd my notes go? Hi, everybody. This is the end of week 4, right? We're halfway.
Woohoo.
How we doing? At the halfway point, how's everybody feeling?
Not bad.
Not bad. Okay, well, that's better than horrible.
I don't feel horrible. I feel pretty good. How about that?
All right.
I feel pretty good.
Okay. Let's go around. Let's go around the room. Jenny, how are you feeling? 4 weeks in.
Getting into the routine. Actually, the macros are going pretty easy for me at this point.
Okay.
I've kind of got things figured out, and the workout is good. I'm ready to get to the next level. I know next week you're amping the activity up, so I'm
I don't
excited
know what you're talking about
that.
How are your
Not at
thighs
all.
doing? I saw your video. Blaming me for your thighs. Okay.
Yes, they're getting bigger, but that's okay because they're getting stronger.
That's right. That's what we're looking for. Good. Cool. That's fantastic. Andrea, you're next on my list. Going across the top for me. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but that's what I see. Andrea, I see you next.
I'm good. I just busy trying to figure out how. Yeah, I've been doing middle of the night workouts.
Oh my. Okay. Got to get it in when you can, right? Yeah.
I work a lot, so
Yeah.
we had spring break off, and I have my workout room completely detailed for me. So
Yeah.
it's going good though.
Okay. All right. How's your sleep? I know you're super busy. Are you getting enough sleep every day?
I average about some days 4.5, but I average about 5 hours of sleep a day.
Okay. Is that just because of your schedule, or you just can't get the sleep, or what's that just a schedule thing?
Oh, when I lay down, I'm dead.
Yeah, done. Okay.
I'm like, yeah, on my Aura ring, it states that I'm going to sleep too fast, and my heart is telling me, no, Aura ring, I'm going to sleep because I'm tired.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but no, I go to sleep and I wake up like a jet.
Okay. All right. Sarah, you're up next. How are you doing?
Good, actually. It's gotten easier to monitor the fat. The first couple weeks was like it added up so quickly. So I found ways around that so I can eat.
Okay.
As far as the exercise, I've noticed, well, like last weekend, I was working a very physical job, and I was like running circles around people who are younger than me and stuff. So that felt pretty good.
Yeah.
And then like today's, I actually added a few extra things. And the strange thing, usually I'm like, Siri, how much time is left? Thinking he's going to say like 7 minutes or something. And he's like, oh, a minute and whatever. It's just like, what? Like it actually went.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. And even just in everyday, like I have a spring in my step. I noticed in particular, like going up steps, it's like, just like, oh, okay. I can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah,
It's little stuff. It's little stuff like that. Fantastic. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I got Teresa. You're next up.
Doing okay. Doing better than I was for a few weeks.
That's good.
Getting into it.
Yeah.
Getting the hang of it.
Yeah. I think you'll find that for most of you, the first 4 weeks, the first half is the challenge of just figuring out how to make it normal. Does that sound about right?
Yep. Figuring out the exercises I'm actually seeing a little bit more. I still can't do like I know I posted about lunges and stuff. And I still have difficulty with that, but I do see improvements and things. So, bending and getting up and stuff. So
good. No, that's good. Yeah. I mean, a little bit every day, right? So it's not going to be overnight. You didn't get where you are in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So it's going to take some time, but a little bit every day. So somebody asked me a long time ago, is like, if I start working out, how soon will I see improvement? And literally, guys, the answer is the day you start. The day you start doing something is the
Yeah.
day your body starts moving in the other direction, the direction you want it to go. So you may not notice any giant changes in muscle, in how your clothes fit, but your brain, your central nervous system, your biology, your physiology, all those things immediately start changing when you start doing things. So you literally can start turning your life around the minute you start doing something. So that's fantastic stuff. That's good. Good. MJ, how you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Okay.
Getting much more comfortable with the workout routines and everything.
Yep. Good.
I still feel like it takes me a long time to get through the, each day, but
Right.
I'm feeling stronger as I'm doing them. So
That's the key. I like it. I like it. Cool. Fantastic. How's
and I like,
good.
Sorry. I was going to say, every morning Heather wakes me up with a ding and I read what she has said about the routine for that day.
Nice.
Or the
Okay.
workout for that day.
Awesome. Okay, cool. How are you feeling about the food? Are you feeling like you got that down in kind of a rhythm
That
with it?
really is what I was doing before anyway.
Okay.
It has not been a big change
Awesome.
for me.
Okay, cool. Cool. Got more people popping in. Joy, how are you doing? You look like you're like Superwoman or something, floating, and you're in space.
I know. I like this
Very
background.
sci-fi. I gotta find that. That's very cool.
I've just found it today.
So what you got going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I don't know, I'm not used to the workouts, but I'm just adding intensity to it.
Okay.
So I'm
What does that mean?
noticing some,
Can you explain what that means? Because that's something on my bullets list to talk about today for everybody, is adding intensity. What does that mean for you?
well, like not scaling as much, like going deeper into the range of motion.
Mhm.
So like doing full push-ups, like chest
Okay.
to ground and coming up instead of like going on the bench.
Yeah.
Or just adding extra weight.
Bingo. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And you're noticing what kind of a difference are you noticing doing that? What's changing about your workouts?
Well, it's just that I'm stronger. Like I didn't realize that I could do it.
That's the right answer. Yay.
So I don't know if I was just holding myself back this entire time or, and I always was capable of doing it, but it seems like I can do it now. So
Yes.
Yeah.
So just so everybody knows, I did not pay Joy to say that. That is absolutely on my list of things to talk about. When we talk about gaining lean mass, one of the aspects of the workouts is, number one, it's different than what you guys are probably used to doing. So you're learning these movements, you're trying to there's a combination of mental work that you're doing and learning how to do these things. There's a lot of things to do, so that's complicated, and understanding all the things in order you have to do it and all that kind of stuff. So the one thing that often gets left behind is the weight that you're using. And that's usually the last thing to actually kind of click, is once you understand how to do the movements, once you get used to doing the workouts, the change in your muscle mass doesn't really happen until you start getting heavy, right? So the ability to go heavy, because what is that? That's intensity, right? So we don't increase intensity until we have the skill first. So there's usually a ramp up period, right? You got to work through the skill aspects of it, understand how to do the movements, understand how to do the exercises and the workouts. Once that kind of is in a routine and you have that down, you start going heavy, then you start really building the muscle. So that is just a little bit more insight into some of the progression of how come I'm not building muscle yet. I've been doing this for 4 weeks, right? Start going heavy, get more comfortable with what you're doing, go a little bit heavier, add 5 pounds, add 10 pounds. You may get less reps in. You may not go as fast, but the heavier you can go, the more muscle you'll activate and the more you're going to tell that muscle it's time to start growing. Does that make sense? Right. So it's a progression, guys. I know you guys have been, some of you have been stressing over the numbers and how things are looking week to week. You're doing fine. You're doing absolutely fine. The progression takes time. There's things that have to fall into place. In the next 4 weeks, I think you're going to start seeing some things happen and you're just gonna be like, holy cannoli. Right? And I'm not Italian. I just like cannolis. Okay.
Can you let me in the meeting, please?
Someone else coming in, Yvette?
Yes. So I can get off my phone.
Yeah, I wish I got a pop-up. I don't get pop-ups. I just got like this little thing on the side. I got to keep watching. Thanks for saying something. There we go. I'm going to mute the phone. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Thanks a lot, Joy. I appreciate that. I'm glad you said that because that is literally something I wanted to talk about. So we knocked that off the list. I don't have to talk about that anymore. As you guys get more comfortable, you can add some weight, get a little heavier, start pushing yourself, challenge yourself on how heavy you can go. Always try to stay safe, but see if you can push it a little bit, because I think you'll surprise yourself. Like Joy said, like, don't hold yourself back. If you never try it, you'll never know if you can do it. Right. So give it a shot and see what you can do. Yeah. What's up, Sarah?
This morning, I have 3-pound hand weights that I added to the jumping jacks.
Okay.
Which I was like, it's 3 pounds, but I was like, oh, I mean, I felt the difference.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't take a lot. It's remember, it just takes it just takes a little bit more than what you're doing right now. A little bit more. Awesome. Let's see. Thanks a lot, Joy. Jessica, what you got going on? How are you today?
Oh, hey, how are you? I'm good. I think the biggest change for me was the type of workout, just because I work out probably 4 to 5 times a week, and I can self-motivate, but it was more like hit videos and spin. And so it's been a huge change for me.
Okay.
This workout.
What's the biggest change? Is it just because of the weights involved, or just it's not all movement all the time?
I think it's just the different exercises.
Okay.
Those devils.
Devil press. Everybody's eyes just closed when you said that.
Awful. I can't seem to get a heavier weight on those yet.
Okay.
Just upper body stuff. Yeah. But I'm definitely starting to see more definition in the upper body. But yeah, definitely pushing myself, especially with the cardio and the kettlebells and the Metcons for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just try to push through. And like I said, there's a balance, and you guys can find it yourself a little bit, play around with it. I know in the app, you can kind of see where other people are doing, like when they put their scores in, you can see where people are scoring and how many rounds and reps and things like that. If you look at yourself and you're seeing in the app that, let's say there's a workout, it's 10 minutes long. I'm just going to say something generic. It's 10 minutes long, and most people are getting 3 rounds of the workout in 10 minutes. And you look at it and you got 8 rounds. Okay. Chances are whatever weight you use was not heavy enough. Right? If everyone is getting 8 rounds and you get 3 rounds, chances are you went too heavy and you were going too slow. Right? So you can use, not that you're in competition with everybody else, but you can kind of see what other people are doing to gauge, like, did I scale this to kind of be in the target range of what it's designed to be in? Does that make sense? Right? Whether it's reps or rounds or time, like if you're finishing a workout and it's a 4-time workout and you finish it in 5 minutes and everyone else finishes it in 20 minutes, then you might want to do it again. Right? Because and that's the other part of where looking at the description and the details of the workout, there should be a time frame or time cap or something that kind of gives you an idea of how many reps a minute or how many, how hard you should be working, that kind of stuff. So make sure you look at all that kind of stuff to give you an idea. That's good stuff, Jessica. Thanks. Zoom user. Are you done cooking dinner for the kids?
Oh, is that me? Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm still cooking dinner. I'm doing good. The workouts are kind of hard for me because I have this knee injury that happened after I went skiing. And so I'm getting an MRI on Monday. Hopefully it's nothing major. So I'm kind of having to try to just be careful about some of the stuff that I'm doing. But
Yeah.
And then like I was telling the girls on the Facebook page, like the last few days, I have just felt like I'm starving, but it's not like I want to eat any protein. I want to eat all the bad things, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm just like, oh, and so I feel better today. I just went to bed last night and was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to bed. And then today it's been better today. Like I haven't felt like that. So I don't know.
So two things that you can do. And this is probably something that everyone can benefit from. I know it's something that I do. Two things that I do. One, I try to make sure I have some kind of meat around, whether it's eggs, beef jerky, pork rinds, something that is going to be better for me, even if I end up being like over my fat for the day. If I'm trying to track and stay under amount of fat, I'd rather have half a bag, a bag of pork rinds, right? Than go and do something that I know is going to be detrimental to more than just my macros. Right. So just keep that in mind, always have something available. And then the other one too is, and I've been doing this a lot lately. So you guys know that I'm working specifically right now. I'm experimenting on myself. I'm trying to see how lean I can get, trying to go super, super lean. And I'm at a point now where my calories, my overall food quantity is the lowest it's been in probably 4 years. And I'm getting hungry. And it's not because I'm actually hungry. If I actually self-evaluate, I'm not hungry at all. But at 8 o'clock, I'm just like, I'm so used to eating more food that I just want more food. So what I've been doing is I've been doing tea, right? I'll just make some tea. I've been doing some lemon ginger tea. I put some electrolytes, some habanero chili or some mango chili or a hot lime habanero drink element or something like that in the ginger tea. So it's hot and spicy. I drink it. By the time I'm done, my temperature's raised like 5 degrees. I'm sweating. And there's no way I'm eating anything after that, right? It's like, okay, I need to go take a shower and go to bed. And that's been
I
working
actually
for me.
thought about hot tea the other day, but I don't know why. I just like, now I'm just gonna go to bed. But maybe I'll just try that next time. I don't know.
Yeah, I know tea's been working for me to kind of help my evening, snacky snacks. Really? Hey, puppy dog. Hi. Awesome. Okay. So as far as working around your injury, how's that going? You coming up, you're able to do things upper body? You trying to get the upper body stuff in?
I'm doing the upper body and the lower body stuff, but like stuff like the squats are hard for me. I just have to be really careful about my form.
Yep.
And what else? Like lunges and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Have to be really careful about that.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with what you do on one leg.
Well, so jumping jacks, I've been kind of like doing the motion of jumping jacks, but not using that knee because when I jump out like that, it really hurts.
Okay.
But I'm doing the other motion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to work it out where I'm still getting all my workouts in, but just being careful, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's the key word. Just be careful. That's the key. That's the key phrase. That's not a word. Be careful. That's a phrase. Okay.
That's a phrase. Cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. Yvette, how are you doing? And I have to ask, is it Yvette or Yvette? Because I've heard of it's Yvette. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, you got it right. I'm doing fine. I mean, I'm doing the beginner program for workout, so I don't have the weight issue, but I have noticed that I think I'm getting more rounds in. I feel like I am. I didn't go back and check. Yeah. And I've noticed that I haven't had to rest as much in between rounds. So I think that's good.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
Before I do a round or two, and then I'd have to breathe for a while. But I didn't have to really do that today, so I felt better about that.
Okay.
I think I'm just still having issues with the meat thing. It's just boring, I guess. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know.
It's not. Yeah, no. I mean, so what do you? Let's just go real quick. So this is something that I've also seen kind of a trend. I and this isn't just with this group, but I see it across the board in the community altogether, particularly in the carnivore community. Is the idea that food has to be exciting, and there's nothing wrong with food being exciting. I love exciting food. The question is that I want to kind of dig into is, what is it about the food that is making it boring? Right?
Yeah, that's probably a really good question. But like you said, you've spent so many years where everything's wrapped around food. You go out,
Yep.
oh, we're gonna go eat some really good food. A friend calls you, you want to go out to lunch, and so I do need to change the way I look at food and not think of it as having to be so good or whatever. But I don't know.
So let's you said something that I got to write this down. Hold on a second. Question mark for myself for another time I have this conversation. What makes food exciting? Question mark. What makes this is I want you guys to chime in. What makes food exciting? Right? Because for me, okay, I look at a steak and I'm happy.
Oh, me too.
Right?
Oh,
I look at a pound of lamb cooking up on my stove in my frying pan with some salt and garlic on it, and I'm just like, I cannot wait to devour this. Or 6 or 7 eggs that I'm cooking, Sunny, over medium, so I know the yolk is going to run over top my ground beef and be all nice and juicy. Like, I look at the stuff and I'm just like, oh my God,
you're making me hungry.
Right? So what is it? And Yvette, I'm not picking on you. I hope you understand. I'm just trying to, I want everyone to kind of think about this. Like,
no, not at all.
What is it that makes food exciting? What were you going to say, Andrea?
Carnivore, the carnivore, what is it? The carnivore crisp, they excite me. They excite me.
They're good, aren't they?
Every morning, I have 2 boiled eggs and carnivore crisps while I'm driving a bus.
There you go.
And I'm drinking my 3rd one of these after running a lot for 4.5 miles. They excite me. Meat excites me. My birthday was just passed. What do you want for your birthday, Mom? T-bones. They literally bought me T-bones.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So it just tickles me when I hear that. Somebody had mentioned something about they were looking at their refrigerator and smidgen off the meat, and I had to laugh because I'm like, you picked meat instead of a Snickers. That is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. Yvette, just your curiosity, when you're saying that it's hard because the food is boring, what would you, if you weren't eating this way, what would you be adding to it to make it less boring?
Oh man, I'd be used to eating junk food, so that's just talking, I'm sure. I mean, it's not that it's boring, it tastes okay, but it's just getting old. Maybe I guess that's still kind of like boring, but I guess really it's hard to figure out what the heck am I going to eat every single day.
Sure.
Try and get these macros in. And I feel bad. I didn't post very much this week because I know most of the ladies were cutting out cheese and milk products. And I didn't really do that because if I do that, then I'm like, what the heck am I going to eat?
Yeah.
To help boost up my protein. And so I felt bad because I wasn't joining the crowd.
No, that's awesome. So what I'm hearing for you is that it would be helpful if there was, I'm just going to write this down, some kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Sample or listing of variations. Because there are so many different ways.
Like maybe.
Have you thought about getting any of the current carnivore cookbooks that are out there?
No, I actually love cookbooks. I kind of collect them, but I have a lot of like the keto cookbooks, but I haven't got any carnivore ones. I could look into that.
Get some carnivore cookbooks. I know Maria Emmerich has a carnivore cookbook.
Oh, okay.
And I know there's a couple other ones out there. That's probably the best thing that you could do for now, because it's something that I just took a note on, but I think it would be cool to have some kind of sampling or some kind of listing of these are all the different meats. These are different ways to cook them. Maybe not specifically recipes, but some kind of a spreadsheet or something. But she's already got a cookbook that's got a ton of different stuff. So that may help you with some ideas.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that. I have one.
not to interrupt. I have a bunch of carnivore cookbooks, so I can like always screenshot some things or direct message. Because I know, it's not always great to share someone else's work, but it's a private Facebook group, so I don't think it would really matter. But because I have a ton of those things. So if anyone's looking for some like carnivore pizza or something, I'm more than happy to share.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I do have some of Maria's.
Yeah, and I think, Heather, we have a thread in the Facebook group for recipes. So if you want to just post them there, right. If you have a handful, just throw them up there.
Yeah, I can totally do that. I was also going to say that I remember a while back when I first was thinking about doing carnivore, and it actually took me a couple rounds of trying it, going back and forth between keto and carnivore, that when I really embraced like being more carnivore, the simplicity of the food made me excited, because I didn't have to think about, oh God, what, do I want Brussels sprouts, or do I want broccoli, or do I want a rice cauliflower, or do I want a steamed cauliflower? It was just one of those things. It was liberating. And I got more excited about, the different kinds of meat I could possibly eat and what seasonings I can use. So that kind of mindset just really helped me. And now I'm just like, yes, all the meat.
So Heather,
and I'm
I
not
swear, I swear you guys are amazing, because you just segued into something else that's on my list of things to talk about. You said the word liberating, right? And I want everyone to grab a hold of that word, because one of the things I want to talk about today is the fact that restriction is actually a path to freedom. Okay. Your ability to live your life, your quality of life, your physical ability, your health has been impacted negatively by having too much freedom, by having too many things that are negatively affecting your life. In order to repair that, repair your relationship with food, repair the health of your body, you need to restrict a little bit until you get back to where you have a baseline, a foundation that you can then afford to go back out and knowingly this time explore the freedom that you really want to have. Does that make sense? Yeah. Right? I look at it a lot like finances. Okay. You're in debt right now in your health. So while you're in debt, you can't go out and spend money doing whatever you want. You can't go out and do things. You have to restrict where you put your resources and the things that you can do. Otherwise, you will never get out of debt. Okay. Once you are out of debt and you pay all those bills off and you have money coming in and you have a surplus of finances, you have capital, now I'm free to go do whatever I want to do, because now I have that foundation. I have that freedom to then not be as restrictive. And that's kind of the process we're going through right now. So you're actually on the road to having more of that freedom and variety in food and the ability to do more things and not have to worry about what you put in your mouth as much, not never. You will always have to worry about it and always have to think about it. But the level to which you have to be cognizant and aware and count and track and all those things, it will get less as you improve your health. I hope everybody understands that. What's up, Sarah?
One thing that I noticed, food still excites me. And when people ask me about it, I'm like, 3.5 years still. I'm like, I can't believe, almost every meal, I'm like, I can't believe I get to eat this food.
Yeah.
But a big turnaround, was the mindset of, and it just kind of happened, but it's looking at it as fuel. So it's like, so I can just shove some hard-boiled eggs in, or, something just to kind of keep me going, or, and I do enjoy having more now and then, but I don't need it as much as I thought I had needed.
Yep.
So that was a huge thing for me.
Absolutely. And I know for me, the transition was really two things. It was one thing, but kind of two pieces. It was changing my identity and changing my connection to the food and how I enjoyed an experience based off of the food, and more about how I enjoyed the experience based off of being true to myself. right? I know who I want to be
Right.
and I know where I'm going. And when I can satisfy that identity of who I want to be and act in a way that matches the person I'm trying to become, I feel better about the experiences that I have in life. When I do things outside of the identity I'm trying to build for myself, that's when I feel stress and anger
Right.
and all depression and guilt and all those other all sorts of things. So if we can figure out a way to kind of detach our emotions from the food and attach them to where we're going and who we want to be, I think that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I know that was kind of deep. I get like that sometimes. Thanks a lot, Heather, for chiming in. Did you have anything since you started talking? Do you have anything else, Heather? I'll just let you finish.
No, I think no.
Okay.
But I do have to say that I have upped my weights in the workouts.
Awesome.
More than and again, like what everyone said, more than what especially Joy, when she said that, she was just holding herself back. And yeah, I've been pushing it and it's been good.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're also the winner for this week. So you're getting a bottle of Keto Chow Electrolytes. FYI.
Yes.
I'll be sending that to you this week.
Woo-hoo.
Congratulations.
Cool. Thank you so much.
You bet. Melissa, what's going on?
I wasn't even on mute. Sorry. Doing great.
How are we doing? You doing good with the workouts? Doing good with the food?
Yeah.
Everything's fantastic. You're still having fun?
Capital F.
Awesome.
That's what I call lunges. Flunges.
Flunges. I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that in the app and rename them the flunges. Awesome. Any questions or anything you need?
Mouth, you guys, but
no, you're good. Any questions or anything you need help with?
I'm good.
Okay.
Nope, I'm good. I feel really good. Like a lot of the ladies were saying, I feel like I'm improving in the workouts. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm still beginner. Let's keep it real here, folks. But the transitions from the floor back up and back down are a lot smoother.
Yeah, nice.
They're not as labored. Even I had to scrub my floor the other day. I have dogs and it's mud season. Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
And I had to like literally be on my hands and knees, where before I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sore. This hurts so bad. And it didn't. Yeah. So I hated doing it, but being on the floor scrubbing, I really noticed it. It was really noticeable.
That's awesome.
So I was like, dang it, this is what I need to be doing, man.
Fantastic. So, that's what it's all about. Absolutely. I love it.
I'm beyond thrilled.
Yes.
Beyond.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. Appreciate it. Suhas, how you doing?
I'm good. I don't enjoy the exercises as some people do. But I feel like when I do those circuits, I also am a beginner. So when I do those circuits and do those lunge, that's the worst one for me. The one where you like do 10 lunges and 10 mountain climbers, the walking lunges.
Yeah.
That one.
Anyway, I hate that one.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. I hate it.
I think we all hate it. I hate it.
Oh,
the lunge.
I don't enjoy the exercise either, but I enjoy the feeling after I do it.
Yeah.
But while I'm doing them, executing them right, Suha, I detest them.
Yeah.
I curse with each flunge. Not really.
I feel like I get through like the setups and I get through the mountain climbers and it's time for 20 lunges again. And it just takes me so long to get through them. And it's fine. It's good. Yeah. But the one thing that I have found though, is that when I first started doing those hamstring stretches and you have to bring your leg out, I felt like on my right side, like it almost felt like it was going to pop. I mean, it wasn't really going to pop, but I would stop. I would get to like 45. My point is, I finally this week was able to bring my leg like all the way down without, and I'll be like, what's wrong? Why does it not feel like I'm gonna break something? So progress.
Good. Yeah,
Progress.
absolutely. Fantastic. Okay. How's the food doing? Are you getting okay with the fat and everything?
Yeah, I am. It's funny because I'm so cognizant of not going over my fat that I tend to now under eat my fat.
Okay.
And sometimes I'm at like 40, 50, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Just take a couple bites of butter. You're good.
Yeah. I'm just a little concerned that that's going to be like, something that I want to do all the time.
Yeah, no, not at all. Okay.
I do know I have 70, so.
Okay, good. All right, cool. Andrea, you said something about different types of meats. I think lamb would probably be the best option for you to try if you haven't tried other meats before. I think other game animals like bison or venison or whatever else would be gamier. Lamb isn't gamey.
I can do venison. I grew up in Iowa.
Oh, well, if you can do that stuff, you should be able to do lamb, no problem.
I've never had lamb. That's why I'm
it's so good. So it's just like ground beef. It's
Garlic.
just more tender. It's just more tender. And if you put garlic on it, it's just amazing. It's got so much more flavor and it's fattier and it's tender. It's just, it's so amazing. I could eat lamb all day, every day.
I just don't think I can eat a little lammy. I just can't.
Yeah.
I really want to try it though.
So
it looks good.
It's really good. It's called lamb, but it's not a little lamb. It's actually their full-grown sheep. It's the same as mutton. If you have mutton, it's the same thing. So think of it as mutton. Don't think of it as lamb. How's that? Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
it kind of hinders me. A lammy lamb. I'm thinking, oh, poor lammy lamb.
Yeah, lamb chop. Let's see. Shannon's iPhone. Are you there, Shannon?
Whoops. Yes, I'm here. I'm trying to walk on the treadmill while
I was gonna say, I thought I saw you walking earlier. What's going on?
Hey, I think this is fun. It's not easy.
Yep.
I haven't had a problem with my knee since I gave up sugar.
Okay.
Is that possible?
It's absolutely possible.
I'm believing it, and I'm getting stronger.
Good. All right, real quick. Am I slow for anybody? Or are you guys? I feel like something just got really hung up.
You're slow.
Yeah, you're slow.
I got slow. All right, I'm gonna try to close.
I thought it was me.
No, is that any better? I just closed a couple things. Nope, you guys still look like you're in slow motion.
You're better for me. I turned on my mobile hotspot too.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if I don't know what happened. That was kind of weird. Shannon, you still there? So you said you're getting stronger, your knees feeling better. Anything else?
Yes.
And you're having fun. That's the most important part, right?
I am. I'm feeling very proud.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I just feel
good.
proud, and I walk with a little different step. It feels like.
That's awesome. This is awesome. Fantastic. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
Karen, you're up next. How you doing? You there? Karen's at work. Okay. Hi, Karen. We love you. Have fun at work. Holly, how are you? Are you there? Are you at work too?
I'm at work too, but just whisper real quick. I'll be the outlier, and I am doing fine with food. The food has never been my issue, but for me, I I'm the outlier and I'm stuffed. Like to try to get as much protein as I need to get in is just a lot of food for me. And so that's making it hard. It's not intuitive for me to keep shoving food in my mouth because I need more protein and I'm not hungry. And so I feel that doesn't feel good to me. Like I'm trying to sip some chicken broth, bone broth at work because I'm like, okay, I gotta have more grams. So that's the hard part with food for me.
Question for you. How are the electrolytes doing? Are you getting enough electrolytes?
Oh yeah, I get electrolytes. I use the Keto Child electrolytes in my tea and coffee if I drink that, and then I use either LMNT or Relight in whatever else water. I get plenty of electrolytes. I salt up everything.
Okay.
I just have gotten used to over these 5 years of being on keto, not having to eat that much food.
Yep.
And so that's the hard part for me because if you look at my protein numbers, because I do use some collagen, I try to eat more because I know that's not a pure protein. So I try to get the macros of the true protein. So it might look like, oh, you're getting 135 or 140, but it's because I used 2 scoops of collagen or 3 scoops of collagen. So I take away those 20 or 30. Yeah. So it's a lot of food for me. So so food is not boring, but I like variety. Like I can't eat the same thing every day.
Yeah,
I gotta have a couple things in a row, and then I'm like, okay, I got to switch to something else.
Yeah. How are the workouts coming?
They're coming okay. I had to really shove them in this week, so I don't think I did them as well. I just did them to get them done.
Okay.
So I'm the same.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I agree with the lunges. I hate them. And if you had asked me, like, do you have any knee problem? No. Like all of a sudden these lunges, all of a sudden my left knee, like when I just walk everyday stuff, like I don't feel it any other time until I have to do those freaking lunges. So I don't know what that is about, but yeah, this week was not a good workout week. I got them in, but I just got them. Yeah.
Just got the bare minimum. Okay. So I will say, number one, keep trying to get what you can when it comes to the food, right? If you feel like you're forcing yourself, there's no need, like just do what you can. If you feel like it's enough, then you get enough, right? Don't feel pressure to try to do more than is comfortable. Okay. I don't want any of you, there's a level of comfort that we need to get through in order to make progress. But then there's a level of comfort that just isn't, that is unnecessary. Does that make sense? Right. So if you feel like you're getting to a level of comfort that is unnecessary, then just stop. That's fine. There's no pressure to go beyond there. Right. I think you're already doing more than you're used to doing, and that's enough. Right. Because we talk about progress is just doing more than what you've been doing. So if you're doing more than you've been doing, don't feel obligated to try to do more just because you need to hit a number. Okay. The number is less important than where you are compared to where you were. Okay. Number
Thanks
two.
for saying that.
You bet.
Thanks for saying that, because sometimes I have to push to eat more.
Yeah.
So I know that maybe I don't have to on some days. That makes a big difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Exactly. Because that's where it gets to feel like, okay, what can I eat? What can I do to get this in? When I'm full, I'm stuffed. I've had enough. Even with a good workout, I've had enough. I don't want anything else. So that's good to know. And so, okay, that's.
And then the other thing I was going to say is, I know the last couple of weeks have been rough on your workouts. So as you can get into more of a routine in your workouts, you may see that your appetite increases a little bit once that aspect of it kind of gets back into flow. But don't rush it. Just take your time, get what you can in. But I think you're doing fine. Just keep trying to do what you can, and over time, if it goes up, it goes up. If not, we'll see how, see where you end up. I think you're good. Kathy's iPad.
Sorry, trying to find the unmute here.
Yeah.
It's been an okay week. I'm doing more. I mean, I had my knee injuries as well. Some of the stretches are a little challenging for me. Like I can't do the rocking frog. I can't get on that side of knees.
Okay.
But everything else, I'm just trying to be more careful because
Yeah.
I know I can carry a lot of times heavier weight, but I don't want to hurt my knees again because they're doing better. And then I also have a tendency to have like, I'll get a really stiff neck and shoulders if I lift too heavy. And so I have to be a little more careful with that. My big challenge this week, eating is not the problem and the protein is not the problem. It used to be, but I've learned to work up to that and well before this. So that's not even a problem, but my sleep, for some reason, the last 3 days, my sleep has been really, really good. But the last 2 or 3 nights, I've been waking up and I stay awake for like 2 hours. I can't go back to sleep. And then I'm exhausted in the morning and then I have a headache. And so that's been kind of a bummer. But as far as the workouts, I feel they are getting easier, even though I had a late start because of my knee injuries.
Yeah.
And I wish that I could do, heavier cardio during the cardio, the ones where we're doing sprints and stuff. But, I'm still doing the best that I can do. So, and I don't get bored with my food just because I've kind of gotten past that. I've done it for too long now. And I agree. I like the simplicity that I don't have to think about, oh, I have to make this big old casserole or I have to make anything fancy. It's just simple, eggs and bacon, eggs and sugar-free sausage, eggs and
Just saying eggs and bacon makes me want to go make some food.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I like when everybody was saying, oh yeah, steak, you give me a good steak and I'm telling you, I'm excited about that as birthday cake, like I used to be. So, so that's not even an issue for me. So I'm just trying, I want to keep my fat higher. I know a lot of people are kind of like, a lot of us are doing like higher protein and I can see that the fat is not real low, but I'm sure for their macros, they're doing whatever they need to do. But for me, if I don't get my fat in, I have a lot of issues with anxiety and I'll get depressed. And I found that when I've done cuts before where my fat has gone kind of low, I really struggle. So I'm trying to just keep my fat where it needs to be within my macros because for me, that's like mind food. I need that.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I cut my fat down, but my carbs, I'm working to keep those as low as possible. So, but I like my food and the workouts, they're challenging for me because I do get real anxious. Like, oh, I don't want to hurt myself. And then I want to push myself harder. And I'm not a good lunger because I do have some range of motion issues, but I push as hard as I can to do as much as I can. So, and I feel like I'm getting better at it. So, and I still hate the foam rolls. Sorry. I hate the foam rolls. hate them. I know they're beneficial, but I hate them.
They're not comfortable much of the time. They're not comfortable at all.
And I know they're necessary or they're good, but I dislike them very much, but otherwise.
So I like what you said about the fat. And I just want everybody to understand again, this is so the way that we're doing this, there is a guideline. There are macros that I want you to hit. But everybody's got different things going on, right? So Suhas is a good example because she's small. Her fat is above and outside of what the guidelines are, right? The guidelines are based off of her lean mass. Her lean mass is lower because of her size. So we had to bump her fat higher than what her lean mass number is, which is technically outside the guidelines of what we're doing, right? Kathy, I don't know if you're keeping your number above, keeping your fat above your lean mass number, but you're trying to make sure you at least hit your number because you know that if you go lower, it's going to affect your mental health. So just keep that in mind, guys.
And I am I'm hitting my goal. I mean, so like, cause it's like 105.
Yeah.
So that's real good for me. So mine is normally between like 95 and hitting dead on at 105 or even, 106 sometimes, but I really work hard to keep it there just because I know that it makes me feel better. So.
Okay, good. Yeah. So where everyone else or most of you guys are doing, your number is a maximum. Kathy's doing it as I'm trying to hit this number every time, which is perfectly fine. She's still within the guidelines, but she's doing it a little bit differently because she's got a different thing going on. So just keep that in mind, guys. That this is all flexible, and we're setting a baseline that when these 8 weeks are done, I want you to be able to take what you've learned about how these changes have affected your life and your progress, and then you can start making your own tweaks. You know, what happens if I up my protein a little bit more, or drop my fat a little bit more, add a little bit more fat, or, you know, play around with different things and kind of see what happens. But now you have an understanding of what the process is. I love that. Somebody's got their hand raised. Andrea, what's up?
You're talking about fat. Now, I'm 5'7", and my macros with my lean muscle mass and everything, my macros come up to, my fat is 87. And just by the eggs that I eat alone, it's like, okay, my fat's done for the day. You know, I eat meat and eggs.
Okay.
And I'm lucky, like you get to eat 8 eggs. I can't even get 8 eggs. I used to eat 32 eggs easily in a week.
Okay.
They're my go-to food.
Sure.
So I get it. All right. I had to chill out on the eggs some. But like today, my protein's 157.6, my carbs 15.2, and my fat's 67.3, because I have to focus on not hitting, you know.
Okay.
It's so unfair.
So what did you,
like
what did
so
you eat?
unfair
What did
for
you,
me.
well, what did you eat? So if you had, what did you eat today?
Well, let's see here. In the morning time, I had my Equip chocolate in my coffee.
Okay.
I had a chocolate salt.
Okay.
I had an espresso. And then midday, I had an Equip vanilla. I'm constantly driving.
Sure.
So these are my go-tos.
Did you have carnivore crisps too?
I did have carnivore crisps. I had a whole bag and they were good.
How much protein was in a bag of that?
Let me see. Where are they?
Well, let's just do this. Make it easy. Where did you get your fat from today?
4. I had 4 out of the carnivore crisps. My steak.
Okay.
My
How
steak
much
and
fat?
eggs. I had ribeye
How many eggs?
and eggs.
How many eggs?
2 boiled eggs and then 3 fried eggs in bacon fat.
And bacon fat. How much bacon fat? Ooh,
A
yeah.
tablespoon or teaspoon.
Okay, so you still
I
had
used a
20 grams.
teaspoon 'cause I
So you
ran
still
out of
had,
tallow.
yeah. Well, you still had 20 grams of protein of fat that you could have had.
I do have 20 more grams that I
Yeah.
can use, but I'm full. I don't want nothing else to eat.
You're good then.
So I don't have to like meet that, but some
No.
days I want these.
Yeah, go for it. Have a blast. You don't have to meet your fat goal, your fat number. It's because I'm not even going to say goal. You don't have to meet your fat number. That's a maximum, right? I
Okay.
do want you to try to at least get around 70. If you can get to 70, then you're good.
Can I just eat a tablespoon of butter?
Go for it. I do it all the time.
Okay. Cool. I'm full.
I got more butter in my fridge that's got teeth marks in it than you have any idea.
Okay, I just wanted to know because I felt like, okay, the pressure is on. I haven't hit my fat goal. Now I feel like a failure, you know?
No, not at all. Not at all. Don't worry about hitting your fat.
Okay.
Not at all. Okay. Thanks a lot, Kathy. Thanks a lot, Andrea. Rena, I think you're the last person. Wait, hold on. Heather asked a question. Why is 70 the magic number for fat? 70 is the magic number. It's a general number that I use as a minimum for what I think what I've seen in past experience, reading, past clients, etc. Works best for an intake that maintains a healthy hormone balance of fat intake. So when you start getting under 70 grams, energy utilization, pulling fat from the body, all those types of things, it forces a level of processing in the body that not everyone's ready to handle, right? So we need to have an intake that supports all of the function without overstressing our body's ability to actually process what's on our body. but not so much, that we're overriding the process of what our body's trying to pull from our body. So we let that happen as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense. And I couldn't remember if you had said it like, you know, a few calls ago or like right at the beginning. I'm like, I can't remember why 70 is the magic number.
Yeah. Technically,
I have no problem getting over that.
Yeah. Technically, the number is 50 from the literature and from the studies and from the things that I've looked at, but that's just too low. I don't,
that is
particularly for all of you guys in the stage of life that you're in and the things that you guys are dealing with. That is just too low. I don't want to, we're not going to go there. There's no need to be that
that's
low.
Funny.
There's no need for you guys to be that low.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You bet.
I picked up on that too, stage of life. I'm in the best stage.
Speaking which, I will say I am very amazed and very appreciative and very touched that you guys have all been so open and accepting of having a guy work with you, a male coach. It's something that continually amazes me in the fact that my audience seems to be growing and it's mostly women like you. So I appreciate that. I hope that you guys are learning stuff and getting stuff out of it, but it means a lot to me to be able to have you guys part of this stuff. Rena, you're the last one on the list. Are you there?
Yeah.
We got you. I heard something.
Yeah, I'm here. I just can't seem to get my video to work. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Doing pretty good. I mean, workouts I'm getting them in. I tell you, I love to work out and they're challenging.
Okay.
They're a lot of fun.
Good. That's the third time we've heard that word. I love it.
Yeah. Every day I go and I show coworkers and they says, holy heck, what are you doing? It's like every day is something different. So that is really exciting. I kind of look forward to that. The food, well, I'm pretty easy. I just cook meat and I eat it. Cooked a 16-pound brisket on Sunday and I've been just finished it up Wednesday night. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So food's easy for me.
Okay, good. And so everything's feeling good. You're on track. You're doing good.
Yep. Seem to be doing pretty good.
Fantastic. All right. Andrea, you still have your hand up. Okay, just want to make sure. I saw you got that thing up there. The weigh-in this week, the body composition scan this week. I expect you guys to see some things that'll be a little bit different. We'll see how that goes. Don't freak out if you're not. Again, if you don't like the numbers, that's okay. We still got 4 more to go, right? We still got 3 more to go. I forget 3 or 4 more of these things to do. What's up, Yvette? Just raise your hand. 4 more?
Yeah, I was just saying 4 more to go after
right?
Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's plenty of time to see things happening. I looked at the numbers. I got on the phone with Taylor from InBody today. We looked at all the numbers from the stuff you guys have been putting in, and you guys are right on track. You guys are right where we want you to be. So all of the things that we were expecting to see is kind of what we're seeing. Usually 4 to 6 weeks is when things start to kind of settle in and we see the actual changes that we're looking for. So keep your fingers crossed. I think you guys are doing good. And then as you know, consistency with the food, consistency with doing the workouts, try to push the weight a little bit. Don't worry about getting a ton of reps or going super fast. Focus on movement, range of motion, and control. Okay, those are the things you're looking for. And you can probably go a little heavier than you're going right now. Right, Joy? All right. Does anybody have any last things before we go? This has been fantastic. I love all of this. I want to take this whole video. Actually, I might take this video has been fantastic. I may take this video and put it up on YouTube and let other people watch it. You guys okay if I do that?
Sure.
To give kind of an insight into what's going on with the study and give like an update and say, hey, if you're interested in what's going on with the study, here's a sample of our weekly call.
Yep, I'm fine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, good with that.
Cool. All right, guys. I'll see you all next week. And if you have any questions, ask in the group. Oh, real quick, and I'm going to edit this part out, but I just started a Discord channel. I know some of you guys are in there. So if you're not on Discord, it's Ultimate Ketogenic Fitness. So go to Discord and log into there. That's more active than Facebook.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys saw my post, but I'm writing a book and that is coming out in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we get first dibs?
Yes, that's what I was just going to say. So what I'm going to be doing, I'll be putting a whole thing out there, giving everybody a chance to sign up and get a free copy. Get a free copy to read it. And then when I put it up on Amazon for the first couple of days, you can go buy it for like $1 and then leave a review.
You're awesome.
Okay. So that you guys, I want to give you guys a chance to do that. So more information will be coming, but I've been working on that for over a year. So been kind of under the covers.
Thank you. That's nice.
Okay.
Congratulations.
I've
Thanks,
been
guys.
stalking too. I'm excited. I've been stalking. I'm like, I wonder if his book's coming out today.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a little bit. So it's actually, I'm waiting on a forward by a certain somebody that you all know who said that he will have a forward written for the book in the next week or so. Once that's done, I'll send it in. Shush, 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 Andrea, shush. And
he
then
was
we'll go
talking
from there.
about it. You know that, right?
Was he really?
Yeah, he mentioned it, and his wife told him to shut up.
I did not know that. When did in his Patreon?
He just busted his butt. She was like, "Shut up."
Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, that's good to know. Okay. Yeah, so that's happening. So I appreciate you guys being a part of this, and I'll see you all soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good week, everybody.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.
See y'all online.
Bye.
Bye.